Have you ever wondered how the most advanced technology on the planet, something that can literally write poetry and code, can also be a confident, convincing, and completely shameless liar?
Look, we've all been there, right? You ask for a simple fact, a date, a name, whatever, and what you get back is pure creative fiction. And it's not just that it's wrong with style. It's delivered with the kind of absolute certainty you kind of wish you had. Well, this bizarre phenomenon actually has a name, and it is right at the heart of one of AI's biggest problems.
The official term they use is AI hallucination, but look closely at that definition. The most important word there is plausible. The AI isn't just spitting out random garbage, it's actually crafting answers that feel right, that sound true. And honestly, that's what makes them so tricky.
All right, so let's dig into just how strange these confident lies can actually get.
I mean, researchers have found some absolutely wild examples. In one case, a model just straight up invented several different, very specific dissertation titles for a scientist. Every single one of them was wrong. In another, it gave 3 completely different and equally incorrect birth dates for the exact same person. It's not just getting a fact wrong, it's inventing multiple competing lies out of thin air.
So, why? Why does this happen? Is the AI actively trying to deceive us? Well, not exactly. The real reason is baked right into the very way these systems are taught to think.
The best way to get your head around this is to imagine the AI is a student taking a massive planet-sized multiple choice test. Now, on this test, there's absolutely no penalty for guessing. In fact, guessing is the best strategy you have to get a high score. Leaving an answer blank, 0 points. But a lucky guess, well, that could get you points. So what are you going to do? You're going to guess every single time.
So here's exactly how that training process creates a professional guesser. An AI's main job is just to predict the next word in a sentence. It's a pattern matcher, that's it. And here's the crucial part. It's never actually taught what's true or false, only what sounds plausible. Then, when it's evaluated, it gets rewarded for accuracy. So the system learns a really simple rule. It is always, always better to take a shot and guess than to say, I don't know.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The researchers at OpenAI put it perfectly themselves. They said, if the main scoreboards keep rewarding lucky guesses, models will keep learning to guess. The very system we use to measure success is what's creating the problem.
Okay, so let's actually look at the hard data and see how this plays out in the real world. OpenAI ran this brilliant experiment that just perfectly shows this guessing problem.
So they compared 2 different models. Check this out. The older one, O4 Mini, almost never admitted it didn't know an answer. It only abstained or refused to answer 1% of the time. The result? A staggering 75% error rate. Now, look at the newer model. It refused to answer over half the time, a 52% abstention rate, and because of that little bit of humility, its error rate plummeted down to just 26%.
You see, the crucial point isn't just about building an AI that knows more stuff. It's about building one that's more humble, an AI that actually knows its own limits. By simply learning when to say, you know what? I don't know. The newer model cut its hallucinations by more than half. Smarter, in this case, literally means knowing when to shut up.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Because this technical problem, these AI hallucinations, is spilling over and creating a much bigger, much more human problem for all of us.
And who better to see this crisis coming than the CEO of OpenAI himself, Sam Altman. He's actually admitted that when he scrolls through social media these days, it just feels fake to him, and he pretty much assumes most of what he's seeing is generated by bots. Just think about that for a second. The guy leading the AI revolution can no longer tell what's real online.
And it turns out, the feeling he has isn't just paranoia, it is backed up by cold, hard data. According to the cybersecurity firm Imperva, bots now generate over half of all internet traffic. Not people, bots. We are officially in the minority on the internet. And even with the newest, shiniest models, we are still a long, long way from solving this. A recent independent study found that about 40% of answers from the top AI models still have falsehoods in them. So yeah, things are getting better, but the web is still being flooded with unreliable AI-generated stuff.
And this all creates this really bizarre feedback loop. See, the AI learns to talk by reading text written by humans, but now we're surrounded by text written by AI, and we're starting to subconsciously pick up its tone, its phrasing. Like Altman himself pointed out, real people are starting to sound like language models, which just blurs the line even more between what's an authentic human conversation and what's just artificial text.
So if the problem is that we're teaching AI to be a good test taker instead of an honest thinker, how in the world do we fix it? Well, the answer is pretty clear. We have to change the rules of the game.
The path forward is to completely change the incentives. So instead of just rewarding correct answers, we need to start rewarding honesty. And that means penalizing wrong answers way more than just staying silent and maybe even giving partial credit for saying, I don't know. It's really about teaching the AI that doubt is a feature, not a bug.
And that leaves us with this one final crucial question. This isn't just about fixing some technical glitch in a machine. This is about rebuilding trust in a digital world that just feels more and more fake every day. If we can actually teach our most powerful tools to be honest about their own limitations, maybe, just maybe, we can start to believe what we see online again.